Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have another crochet related video for you guys. I have 30 very demure, very classy, very mindful crochet ideas for you. And I'm sick, so if my voice sounds bad and I'm out of breath, I'm very sorry. But also I'm wearing sunglasses because I'm in front of a window and my eyes won't be able to take it for this entire video. But I just have them all written down on this piece of paper, and I'm going to show you each of the pieces or projects that I'm recommending, and I'm going to put them on screen. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but these are clothing ideas. So yeah, if you see me looking at this piece of paper, that's why. But I hope that you enjoy this video and you take some inspiration. So the first piece that you can make is a star sweater. I really like these. I think they're really pretty. For all of these pieces, there's so many different color combinations, but there's something really, I feel like, timeless about a star. You can make this piece more neutral, which would definitely be more demure, or you could go in the less demure kind of side of things and make the piece brighter. So the next thing I have is maxi dresses. These are timeless. These are a staple. Can I please speak? Oh my goodness. And they're very classy. I think when we see a good maxi dress, we all think that it's classy. The next thing I have for you guys is sleeves. These are really great for layering. They go well with many different seasons. There's so many different yarns you can use to make these, so yeah. And then the next thing you can make is a set. I think there's something about sets, they look very cohesive, and if they're done right, otherwise, I've said this before, I feel like they can kind of look costumey, but if you do a set right, then it just looks chef's kiss because everything goes together. And then you can always accessorize with, you know, jewelry and whatever floats your boat, really. The next thing I have is a checkered vest. Checkers are such like a staple motif, so yeah, I just had to throw that one in here. The next thing I have is a granny square maxi skirt. Like maxi dresses, maxi skirts are very classy, you know, they're very mindful, so I definitely like these. And then the granny squares give you so much creative freedom because, you know, you can make more colorful granny squares, you can change up the granny squares. Perhaps you could have some granny squares with motifs, or if you want the piece to just be really kind of plain and a really nice basic piece, you can make it in one color. You can make it out of all white granny squares or all brown granny squares. You can really customize it to, you know, float your boat. Next thing I have is mesh cardigans. I'm wearing this little mesh top that I crocheted. I think it's really cute. But another thing I like is mesh cardigans. Okay, so next is like mini cardigans. These are kind of like mesh cardigans, except, you know, mesh cardigans can be longer, but I typically see them as smaller and cropped. Mini cardigans are just what they sound like. I'm also like recommending full length cardigans, but I don't know, mini ones are really nice for layering like over a nice top, like a tank top or whatnot, also over a nice dress, and they're very airy, so that's good for summer. I wanted to put in this list a combination of things that are good for different seasons, so wherever you are in the world, you find something that you like and that you would feel excited to make. Okay, so yeah, we said mesh cardigans, mini cardigans, and longer cardigans. I made a longer cardigan for a pattern test a couple years ago and I really liked it. I wish I'd done it in different colors, but yeah, I love this piece. I think it is very classy. The next thing I have is a little beret for a little hat moment. I want to buy a beret, but I'm thinking, why not just make a beret? Like, again, there's so many different options you can do. It reminds me of like France. It's, you know, it's very chic. That's the word I would use to describe a beret, and it can really elevate an outfit from more basic to, you know, more fashionable. Okay, next I have is a patchwork cardigan. These things are absolutely gorgeous. There's so many different options you can do. One patchwork cardigan that I really love is the Luna cardigan by Mrs. Moon in Heaven, and I have the pattern for it. I'm still yet to make it, but every time I see one of these cardigans, I'm obsessed. Like, you can style them so many ways. They're so warm, so comfy. So I kind of feel like they're a staple piece. The next thing that you can make is a granny hexagon pullover. You basically crochet hexagons and then you sew them together. And again, there's so many different yarn choices you could use for this one. You could use a thinner yarn, you could use a thicker yarn, you could use whatever hook size you want to give a different airiness to the piece. The next thing I have is a heart vest. So this is just a little vest, and then you could actually make a heart vest that has a cutout here in the shape of a heart, or you could make like a colorwork vest that just has hearts all over it. The next thing that you can make is, these are two tops you can make. You could make a milkmaid top. I think that these have kind of been more popular the last few years. And you can make a baby doll top. I really like both of these types of tops. I specifically like them in thinner yarns, especially for summer. But again, you can totally customize these, make them however you want. You can make them more modest, you know, to be more demure, or you can make them more revealing. It's really up to you. And then the next thing that I have here is leg warmers. I feel like these are a staple, especially in fall/winter, and they really elevate any look. So I want to make leg warmers, and I think they'd be a great idea for you too. So the next thing is just some gloves. You can make some like shorter gloves that stop here, or you can make longer gloves that go all the way here. Maybe you could even make like fishnet gloves, but there's so many different things that you could do when it comes to gloves to make a cute little accessory for yourself. And also they tend to work up quite quickly, so it's also a plus. The next thing that I really love, and I think these are really dainty and really feminine, is, you know, lacework tops. So you can make like a long sleeve one. An example of a long sleeve lacework top is the flower top, the famous like Pinterest flower top that was going around. But you could really incorporate lacework into any type of top. You could make like a crochet t-shirt that has lace work. You can make like a little camisole that has lace work. I remember I saw one pattern on Etsy for one of these, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make it. Especially if you are more intermediate, this one is probably better. If you're a beginner, you'd probably want to steer clear of lace work just because it is a little bit more complicated. But yeah, maybe you want to, you know, take on a challenge. This would be a good one to try. The next one is corset tops. These were also popular, like more so last year and the year before, but I don't really subscribe to trends. Like, I don't really care what's trending, and I think that we should kind of care less about what's trending and more about our own personal style. So yeah, it's fine to take inspiration from trends, but I think trying to follow trends and make your wardrobe around trends kind of takes away, you know, your personal style, and that's kind of sad. But all of this to say, I know corset tops are not as popular right now, but I still think that they are very classy and very cute. And the nice thing about crochet corset tops is that they tend to be less restricting than actual crochet tops that you can buy, you know, that have like the boning and everything. So these corset crochet tops more so give like the silhouette of a corset without the discomfort of an actual corset. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. I need water. My voice feels so scratchy. I feel like I'm gonna burst into coughing, but I'm gonna try and finish this video. I need to finish it. Okay, so the next thing that you can make is just like the classic sweater. I feel like this is a staple for any wardrobe, and then again, there's so many different options for customization. You could make a granny square sweater. You could just make a sweater with one stitch, like half double crochets or double crochets or single crochets. There's so many different options when it comes to this one, and this is an idea that I saw. It's kind of like upcycling of clothes, but it's mixing crochet with normal clothes. So for instance, I saw these like bell-bottom jeans, and then like a bottom portion of the jeans was cut out, and then they crocheted to like replace that fabric. And I thought that was really cool. Like, I hadn't really thought of, you know, combining crochet with other clothes. I mean, obviously like styling normal clothes with crochet I thought of, but actually like crocheting into everyday clothing, that's a sick idea. So if you have like an old pair of pants or like an old top you want to experiment with, I feel like this one could be really cool. And I want to try it out because it combines two things that I like, sewing and crochet, so that could be sick. The next thing is thigh-high socks. I feel like thigh-high socks are really nice. They're kind of also like an alternative clothing staple, but I feel like you don't even have to be an alternative fashion to wear these. I feel like they can go with a lot of different clothing styles and aesthetics. The next thing is a long sleeve top. This is again just a staple, like the classic sweater, And the next thing is a puffer jacket. I saw a crochet puffer jacket, and I probably talked about this in another video, but I thought it was so cute because like puffer jackets are a staple. They're very stylish, especially when they fit well. So making a crochet version, oh my gosh, that is so cool. So the next thing I have is in terms of cover-ups. You could make a beach cover-up dress, and you could make a beach cover-up skirt. So these are really nice. Honestly, I didn't add this to the list, but you could also make like a beach cover-up top or like shorts. It really depends, but in general, beach cover-ups, I feel like they're very chic, they're very cute. Like if you want to be walking around on the beach or like going to a little beach restaurant but you don't want to put on normal clothes, then I feel like this is really cute to go over your swimsuit, and it looks nice. It really does look nice. A lot of these beach cover-ups that I've seen are made with a mesh stitch, because I feel like that's very airy, and then you can kind of still see the swimsuit underneath, so that's really cool. But I'm sure that you could do other styles besides mesh. The next one that I have is a sweater with a graphic. So we had the classic sweater, but I feel like a graphic t-shirt, honestly, even, but also a graphic sweater is really cute. You could put whatever graphic you want. You could have a word, you could have a picture. You can do you and really go wild with this. So I feel like this is cool because there's so many different possibilities, and this is really good for all of my like color work people who enjoy doing that. It's a lot of work, but I like it. So I really admire color work pieces. And the second to last thing I have is under bust stays. I think that these are really cool, and they can go with a variety of different outfits. They're particularly good for layering and everything. And the last thing I have is balaclavas. They are really good for winter, and yeah, you can go crazy with them. So those are all of the 30, crochet ideas that I have, and I hope that you like them. I hope, like I said before, that you find inspiration from this video. If you do, I'd love to know in the comments down below, so definitely let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.